Today we will be using the wall, so you just need a little bit of wall space and we'll make do with what you have, hopefully. And if you have one block handy, that may come in use. If you don't have yoga blocks, you can use a sturdy water bottle or sturdy shoe or anything that might bring the ground just a little bit closer to you. And we'll get to that in a little bit. So just anything you have handy that you can put a little bit of weight on. And so right away, you can just come to a seat, but you're going to come to a very particular seat. You're going to come to sit on your knees, but I want you to curl your toes under, and you can actually spread your toes apart. So manually, like spread the toes out, put them down, and then just come up to sit on your heels. At any point that you need to uncurl the toes and take a break, go for it. Otherwise, you're sitting here, bringing some new attention to the working of the toes, the balls of the feet. Breathe. And so with the use of the wall today, I want you to use all of this focusing that we've been practicing on sort of hyper focusing on each posture we're in and exactly what your body's doing with the intention of optimizing. And you'll see that the wall makes it a little bit harder, but also a lot more accessible in some ways. So just sort of keeping that in mind, notice where you can engage a little more physically or mentally. Still sitting here on our toes. Relax your shoulders. Relax your jaw, relax the point between your eyebrows. And with any sensations coming up, with any intensity that might be building in your toes, I want you to see if you can relax with it. Again, anytime you need to uncurl and come back, you'll meet us here. Take a few more slow breaths. Trying not to react as the intensity builds. Just observing. One more breath. And you'll gently just lift your seat, uncurl your toes, and then place your butt back in your heels. And relax for just a second here. Just aware of the feet, the sensation. And when you're ready, you'll meet me in a tabletop. Have your feet 6-7 inches away from the wall if possible, and you might need to move forward or back. When you're ready, just inhale, lift your head and hips, cow pose, pause. Squeeze your shoulder blades together, broaden your chest. Exhale, round cat pose. Again, inhale, lift your head and hips. Exhale, round, drop your head. One more time like that. And then come to a neutral spine. Extend your right leg back behind you, and you're gonna put your foot on the wall. So the bottom of your foot is pressed against the wall. Maybe look back, make sure your pinky toe, big toe are pointed down. Push into both hands. If you need to move them forward, do that. Push into the right leg until it's engaged, maybe not straight, and then lift your belly button up into your spine as much as you can, something that we work on a lot, in my classes at least. And then pull your chest forward through your arms, but keep your gaze down so that the back of your neck is long. So you're just pushing into your right foot here, feeling your low belly start to engage, right leg is engaged. Move your right hand forward and in if you need to. And then if you want, if possible, left arm up by your ear, still pushing into your right foot as you reach your left fingers forward. So low belly pulls up the whole time, chest is broad, stay and breathe. And just notice maybe it brings a little more activity into your right leg and glute to push that leg against the wall. One more breath. Keep your right leg where it is. Just place your left hand back down. On an inhale, you're going to shift forward so your right foot comes off of the wall. Exhale, lower halfway down like chaturanga. Hold just as broad, shoulder blades squeeze together. Push up, three-legged table, and then push your right foot back against the wall. Move your left hand underneath of your heart. Left foot out to the outer left edge of your mat. Spin your right toes to the right and then pick your right arm up like a supported side plank. Now here you might need to shift the left shin forward, left hand forward. Do what you need to. Push your right hand into the wall until the leg is engaged, right glute is engaged. With the support of the wall, see if you can open your chest a little bit more to the ceiling. Maybe you even look up towards your right thumb. Low belly is engaged the whole time, pushing into your left hand so that that left shoulder doesn't shrug up to your ear. Stay here and breathe. One more breath. Stay with me. You're going to bring your right hand back to the ground, but you're going to walk both hands towards the outer right edge of your mat. Left shin comes parallel to the top of your mat, so move it forward as needed. Push your right foot into the wall. Right leg is still straight. On your inhale, lift your head and hips like a cow pose. Right leg is still on the wall. Exhale, round like cat. Inhale, head and hips lift. Exhale, round. One more time. Still pushing into the right foot. Exhale, round. Now come to a neutral spine. So I should have said, try not to let that right foot go much higher than your hip as you see. Bring your right hand underneath of your heart now. Push down into the right hand. Push into your right foot. Feel the left glute engage. Left arm's going to come out to the side. Breathe. And again, with the support of your right foot on the wall, this might be a little more accessible than when you're just doing it freely. Right leg is still against the wall. Stay here. You can always just come to left fingertips. One more. Left hand's going to replace right hand. Inhale, right arm goes up to the ceiling. Open your chest up as if you were in that supported side plank. And then bring your right hand back to the ground. Walk both hands back to the top of your mat. And one more time, come into a supported side plank. From here, shift the weight forward into your left arm, right foot off of the wall. Keep your upper body as it is. Hinge at your right hip, kick your right foot out in front of you so it's like an L from your left knee to your right foot. Open up through the right side body, look towards the ceiling if possible. Take a deep breath in, try to open your chest a little bit more, and then gently bring right knee, right hand back to the mat. Shift side to side. Inhale, head and hips lift. Exhale, round. Come to a neutral spine. Walk yourself back as needed. This time left foot goes against the wall. Check back, make sure your pinky toe is pointed down, and then as you push into the left foot, feel your left quad, knee lift away from the ground a little bit, leg is a little more engaged, belly is up towards your spine. Push down into both hands, pull your chest forward, but keep your gaze down so the back of your neck is long. Left hand can move in and forward as needed. Right arm can come up by your ear if possible, or maybe fingers to the ground in front of you. As you push into your left hand, feel your left foot push more into the wall. Low belly lifts the whole time. And one more breath in. Right hand to the ground on an exhale. Inhale, shift forward, weight to your fingers, left foot off the wall. Exhale, chaturanga, pull your shoulder blades together, chest broad, but you're pushing into your hands the whole time. Inhale, lift back up, three-legged table. Exhale, left foot to the wall. Now spin your left toes to the left, come into a supported side plank. So right foot can shift out to the right. Left arm lifts up, move your right knee and hand forward as needed. And then reset your supported side plank or modified side plank. open your left chest, shoulder towards the ceiling, maybe look up towards the ceiling with the support of the wall. See if it's a little more accessible. Left leg is engaged. Low belly is engaged, but your right side body is long, so no arching in that right side. From here, you're going to keep your left foot as it is, but bring your left hand to the ground. And then let it sort of guide the right hand over to the left side of your mat. Pressing firmly into that left leg, trying to keep your foot at hips height. Inhale, lift your head and hips, cow pose. Exhale, round. Inhale, head and hips lift. Try not to shift the weight to the right side. Keep pushing into that left foot. Exhale, round. One more time, inhale. Exhale. Inhale to a neutral spine. Left hand under your heart. Pushing into your left hand. Lift your belly, but keep your collarbones and chest broad. Right arm reaches out to the side. Breathing. A lot of intensity, but a little bit more accessible with your left foot on the wall, probably. Right fingers can always be on the ground. Keep breathing. Push into the left hand so that you're not sagging down towards the ground. Take one more breath in. And then exhale, right hand replaces the left. Inhale, left arm up to the sky like a supported side plank. So try not to lean into that left leg. Almost lay your chest away from it, but hug your belly in to keep you in that neutral spine. Left hand comes down. Walk it back to the top of your mat. And then lift it back up to that supported side plank. And you're going to make the exact shape you were in, just with your left foot off of the wall. Hinge at your left hip, kick it out in front of you. Maneuver around any obstacles. Stay here. Breathing. Right side body is long, chest is broad. Next exhale, left knee and hand come to the ground and just sort of shift it side to side. Hips move side to side. Inhale, head and hips lift, cow pose. Exhale, round. Sit your hips back and just wiggle your knees wide. Come to a child's pose for a moment. And even here, I want you to push into your hands to send your hips back even more. Stretch out through your armpits, your chest. And then let your forehead, maybe your chest, come to the ground. Just 3 or 4 breaths. And when you're ready, make your way back to a table and right into a down dog with your feet 2 or 3 inches away from the wall. And then take your time, move like yourself in down dog, pedaling, shifting, whatever works. Keep both feet on the ground for now. So just sort of pedaling side to side or moving your hips side to side. And then settle into down dog. Push into both hands, stick your glutes up to the ceiling, press your heels down, and breathe. Keep your down dog, so try not to roll forward to a high plank. Take a breath in, and on your exhale, bend your right knee into your chest as if you were moving to core plank, but you're still in down dog. Try not to roll forward. Right knee into your chest, and try to bring your right thigh, I'm just going to shift to show you, to your right rib cage as close as you can. So all low belly, but push your chest back towards the left thigh even more. Take a breath in and out like that. And then inhale, 3-legged dog. So right toes are going to go all the way up the wall, and then you can rest the ball of your foot on the wall. And then push into your hands. Try to stretch the back of the left leg even more. On your next exhale, right knee back to your chest, still in down dog. Inhale, roll forward. Now set your foot between your hands. Back knee comes down, low crescent lunge, arms come up. Inhale. Exhale, settle here, move your hips towards your right heel. Now if there's a lot of pressure on that right knee, or left knee rather, if this doesn't feel comfortable, you can always put a block underneath of your grounded, your left knee. It'll just probably bring a little more weight to that front leg. Stay where you are. One more breath. Exhale, hands to the ground. You're just going to move into a straight leg stretch. So straighten your right leg and your left. Maybe lift the right toes. Move around as comfortable. And then step back, downward facing dog. Easing into it. Take a breath in. And on your exhale, keep the exact position. Just drive your left knee towards your chest. So left heel to your glute. And then left thigh as close to your left rib cage as possible. Hold. Push into your hands. So you're trying to move your chest back towards that right leg still and drive the left knee in at the same time. A lot of low belly work. Inhale, extend the left heel up, three-legged dog, and then rest your left foot so that you can push into the right leg and give it a little bit more of a stretch. Breath in. Keep the down dog. Exhale, left knee reattaches to the rib cage. Inhale, shift forward, set your left foot forward, right knee down. Low crescent lunge, inhale. Exhale, hips move towards your left heel, but as you do that, pull your low belly away from the left heel, trying to keep it engaged. Keep pushing into your left foot. One more. Exhale, hands to the ground. Straight leg stretch, straighten the left and right leg, maybe left toes off of the ground, and drive your left hip back so that you're not opening too much to the right side. Meet me in a downward facing dog. Walk your hands back to your feet. Forward fold at the back of your mat. And then roll it all the way up to stand. So take your time, roll it up, head lifts, roll out your shoulders, your neck. And then let's say your feet are heels 6 inches away from the wall if possible. Feet together or feet hips distance apart. Inhale, arms reach up. On your exhale, you're going to sit back to a chair pose, butt against the wall. So move your feet as needed. Find your glutes against the wall and then lift your chest. Your back does not have to touch the wall, just the low back or butt. Set your gaze out in front of you and breathe. So push into your feet. See if you can sit a little bit lower. Engage your low belly, your pelvic floor. This might take a little pressure off your low back. One more breath in and out. Stand all the way up on an inhale, butt comes off the wall. And then on your exhale, I want you to just step back so that your, maybe not your heels, but your glutes and shoulder blades are against the wall. Inhale, lengthen up through your spine now. Pull your low belly back, trying to get your low back as close to the wall as possible, but doesn't have to touch. Drop your right arm down, take a side bend to the right. So push your hips as far left as possible. Weight is in the left foot, legs are engaged. Keep your right glute attached to the wall, both shoulder blades attached to the wall, left thumb hopefully attached to the wall. Maybe you can look up to the inner left arm. Breathe. Belly sucks in the whole time. Right glute still attached. Inhale, rise up. Nice and slow. Right hand comes back, left arm drops down. So inhale, lengthen through the right arm, take your side bend to the left, and then push your hips as far to the right as possible so the weight comes into your right leg, both glutes attached to the wall, both shoulder blades attached to the wall, right thumb comes to the wall. And then try to look up to the inner right arm, maybe you can look up to the ceiling, breathe. So notice any tendency for left shoulder blade or left glute to come off of the wall. Low belly in. Rise up on your next inhale. Hands to your heart, exhale. Still against the wall, close your eyes or bring your gaze to the top of your mat. Bringing awareness to your breath. Refocusing on exactly what you're doing and why you're doing it. And release your arms by your sides. Blink your eyes open if they're closed. Shake it out. And then just step a couple inches away from the wall. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, hands to your shins, chest forward, butt back. Exhale, forward fold. Walk it out, downward facing dog. So feet are maybe an inch away from the wall. Inhale, roll forward to a high plank, and I want you to just shimmy back like an inch, feet and hands. So in a high plank, left heel away from the wall, I want you to pick your right foot up and press it against the wall. As you do that, feel the right low belly, the whole low belly turn on. Really push into that right leg, push into your hands, but try to keep your collarbones spread. Breathe. Now, if this is too much, you can always bring your left knee to the ground. Otherwise, you can really do this whole next sequence on your knee if it's more accessible. Otherwise, on your next inhale, shift away from the wall, right foot off of the wall, shoulders on top of fingertips. Exhale, lower halfway down like chaturanga, pause. Collarbones are broad, shoulder blades together, push into your hands, lift up three-legged plank, inhale. Right foot to the wall, exhale. So now you know what we're doing. We're doing that 2 more times. Adjust yourself as you need. Drop your left knee if you need. You can do this whole thing on your knee. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, plank. Exhale, foot to wall. Full breath. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up. Exhale, wall. Now bring your right knee to your chest. Try to attach it to your thigh to rib cage. Push back, downward facing dog, thigh to rib cage. Can you push into your hands even more? Drive your right thigh to touch your right rib cage. And then inhale, extend your right leg straight up. Three-legged dog. From here, dial your right toes out to the right side like we did in that modified side plank. Left hand stays down. If possible, keeping your left toes forward, you're going to lift your right hand up to the ceiling. So option is going to be to stay with both hands on the ground, just pushing the right foot up. Otherwise, right hand lifts, hold. One more breath in. Exhale, right hand comes down. Right toes spin down, take a breath in. Keeping the down dog, exhale, right thigh to rib cage. Inhale, roll forward. Exhale, step your right foot. Tent your fingertips. Lengthen your spine, get nice and low in the right leg. From here, inhale, crescent lunge. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, hands to your heart. So pull your belly in, front two ribs together, and then you're going to take an easy twist to the right. Left leg is strong, bend deep into the right knee. Using your belly, just twist as deep as you can. Maybe you release your arms to a T. Maybe you place your left knee on the ground. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, twist deeper. Left knee on the ground might help you go deeper into the twist too. It's not just an easier variation. Take one more breath in and out. Everyone, hands together at your heart. Come through center, inhale. Warrior two, exhale. Left heel down. Arms to a T. Bend deep into the right knee. Gaze this over your right fingertips. Stay here. Bring your hands to your hips for a moment. And actually I want you to look down and just notice any tendency for your right glute to stick back and your left hip bone to pop forward. See if somewhat you can square your hips towards the long left side of your mat. Now your right knee might move towards your right big toe. That's okay for today. With your hips square, I want you to work your right knee towards your pinky toe, and you should feel more outer glute, inner hip stretch. Hands can stay on your hips for right now. Attention is on the legs. And when you're ready, arms will reach back out to a T. Inhale, straighten your right leg. Wiggle your left foot forward. Move into an extended triangle. Inhale, right arm reaches as far forward as possible. Exhale, right hand to your right ankle, calf, the ground outside of your leg, whatever works best for you. But with your right hand grounded, not much weight on it, I want you to lay your left shoulder back as much as possible. Maybe look up towards your left thumb. Pull your belly in so as to broaden your low back. Breathe here. Inhale, rise up to a warrior two. From that warrior two, take an extended side angle. So right knee is bent, right elbow to right thigh, left arm to the ceiling. So if you're usually a left arm over ear, just for right now, open it to the ceiling, lay your left shoulder open. Right arm can come inside or outside of the right calf if that feels good to you. Try to stack right shoulder on top of right thigh or knee, left shoulder on top of right. Next inhale, rise up, reverse your warrior. Right arm up and over, maybe straighten the right leg. Exhale, hands to the ground. Step back, down dog. If you wanted to bring your right knee to the ceiling, open it up, draw some circles, go ahead and do that. We'll meet in downward facing dog. Roll forward, high plank. You're gonna pick your left foot up, place it against the wall. Again, push into your left foot, push into your hands. Low belly is strong. As you push into your left heel, you should feel a lot of low belly lighting up. Remember, right knee can be on the ground as well. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, chaturanga, hold. Inhale, plank. Exhale, left foot to wall. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, plank. Exhale, wall. Inhale, forward. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. And then wall. Now left knee to thigh. Or thigh to rib cage, excuse me. Push back, down dog. Keep thigh to rib cage. So knee to your chest, thigh to rib cage, down dog. Inhale, extend the left leg up, three-legged dog. Turn your left toes out so that the whole bottom of your foot is on the ground, or is on the wall. Push into your right hand, and then maybe you just tend your left fingertips, stay here. Maybe you can reach your left arm up to the ceiling. Right toes may need to turn inward slightly. Push into your right hand. This is not a side plank necessarily. When you're ready, left hand comes back down, left toe spin down. Inhale, exhale, thigh to rib cage. Inhale, roll forward. Exhale, step. Come onto your fingertips. Lengthen your spine, lower your hips. Inhale, rise up. Crescent lunge, stay here. When you're ready, hands to your heart. Take a breath in, and on your exhale, you're just going to twist to the left. Stay really strong in the legs, maybe right knee to the ground. Maybe you start with your right knee on the ground to help get deeper into the twist. Arms can open, and when you're ready, you'll re-lift the right knee. Belly pulls in and back. That's going to make the twist a little more challenging. You just twist against it. One more. Hands together. Inhale through center. Exhale, warrior two. Hands to your hips. Sit low into the left leg. And then just check down. Notice any tendency for the right hip to shift out and forward. I want you to shift the right hip back. Pull the left hip bone forward so that your hips are almost square to the right side. They don't have to be square. From there, press your left knee open towards your pinky toe. Push into your left leg, into your left foot as you bend the knee deeper. Pull your feet towards one another, engage your pelvic floor. Arms can come to a T when you're ready. Inhale, straighten your left leg, wiggle your right toes in. Exhale, extended triangle, left hand down, right arm high. Right hip bone is probably going to spin down a tiny bit. So rather than stacking hip on top of hip and crunching in your left side body, I want you to stick your left hip back, let the right hip sort of rotate out and front and down so that the left side stays long. So I'm just going to show you, rather than this, I want you to think about length. Take one more breath. Inhale, warrior two. In a really easy extended side angle, mostly working on opening your chest. So left knee is bent, left elbow to thigh, or forearm inside of outside of the left calf. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, a little lunge. Step back, down dog. Stay or inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga, this time up dog. Inhale, if you came to the up dog, hold here. If you'd like to roll to an up dog or a cobra, feel free to do that. One more breath. Push back, down dog. When you're ready, knees to the ground, take a quick child's pose. Reset, relax. When you're ready, meet me back in a downward facing dog. Inhale to a high plank. Exhale, lift the right foot, press it against the wall. Hold here, breathe. So just one time. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, plank. Exhale, foot to wall. Inhale, right knee to your chest, so thigh to rib cage. Exhale, down dog with thigh to rib cage, hold. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, step your foot between your hands, so right up. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, open up, revolve. So twist to the right and hold. Push into your right leg. I want you to try and straighten the right leg as much as possible, keeping your twist. Deep breath in. Exhale here. Now try not to let the left hip bone follow forward. Belly is in. Right shoulder back. Rebend the right knee. And just windmill up into a warrior two from here. Bend and straighten the right knee as you need. And then settle in. This time, inhale, reach as far forward as you can. Bring your right hand behind your right ankle, so outer edge of the right foot. Fingertips to the ground or a block. This is where the block may come in handy. You can use anything that's sturdy, water bottle, book. Left arm to the sky. Open your left side body as much as you can while pulling your belly in, keeping your low back broad. Inhale. exhale. Warrior two, inhale, hands to the ground, exhale. Quick little straight leg stretch. Right toes lift, left heel lifts. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, left foot to the wall. Inhale, forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, plank. Exhale, foot to wall, push. Inhale, left thigh to rib cage. Exhale, keep the rib cage, down dog. Drive your left knee in. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, foot forward. Inhale, crescent lunge. Right out this time. Exhale, twist to the left. Straighten your left leg. Inhale. Stay here, exhale. So same thing, pull your belly back and up as much as you can rather than like pushing your rib cage and abdomen forward, pull it back. Exhale, twist, left leg is strong. Rebend the left knee, windmill open, warrior two. If you need to grab your block, put it outside of the left foot for today. Inhale, reach as far forward as you can. Exhale, left hand to the block, any height, or the ground. Maybe your fingertips graze the ground. Press your left knee into your left arm and then open your right shoulder as much as you can. Remember, try not to stick your butt back. Hips forward, belly in, low back is broad. Then lay your right shoulder back. Bend the left knee deep as you push into your foot. One more breath. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, hands to the ground. Straight leg stretch. Straighten the left leg, maybe lift the toes. And then step it back, down dog. Walk your hands back to your feet. Forward fold, the back of your mat. Grab opposite elbow, sway side to side. Get nice and heavy. Release your arms. Roll up to stand. Shoulders back. Head lifts. Roll it out. Move it out. Again, arms lift up. Inhale. You're going to take chair pose against the wall. Exhale. So glutes against the wall. Find your seat. Then lift your chest. This time, see if you can bring your knees as close as possible. So they don't have to touch necessarily, but maybe an inch or two apart. Hands together at your heart. Sit as deep as you can and then shift your chest forward. Inhale here. Exhale, bring your left knee to either in between your knees or outside of the right knee. So you're just twisting to the right. This will help you notice if that left hip tends to shift forward. Your glute will come off the wall, your knee will pop forward. Press both glutes into the wall, push into your left elbow to lay your right shoulder back more. Now, if you tend to bring that left shoulder really close to your knees, I want you to push into your left elbow. See if it lifts your left shoulder away from your knees. Breathe here. Push your right hand into left to twist deeper. Stay. One more. Inhale, center. Exhale, rise up. Breath in at the top, little back bend. And then release, exhale. So take a breath, take a break. Next side, arms up. Inhale. Exhale, sit into your chair. You can always use your hands to find the wall. Hands to your heart, shift it forward, and here you can either set your right elbow in between your knees, or if it's accessible, right elbow outside the left knee. Both glutes stay attached to the wall. Rather than getting really close to your knees, push into your right elbow, lift your right shoulder away from your knees, keeping the elbow attached. Push left hand into right to lay the left shoulder back. So legs are working here. Intensity is building. Stick your butt back as you reach your chest forward, so away from the hips. Lay your left shoulder back more. Look up to the ceiling if possible and breathe. Inhale, center. Exhale, rise. Lift your chest back, bend. And then exhale, release. Roll it out, let it go. So grab your block if you have it, or a little box or anything that you can use. We are going to do some standing and balancing at the wall. So we're going to start off in a warrior two, move into a half moon. What I want you to do is keep your glutes and shoulder blades against the wall. Now, at one point on each side, one glute will come off of the wall. I'll explain it to you. I just want you to know that you need enough wall space for shoulder blades and glutes. So find wherever you can. You're going to come into a warrior two. Start in a warrior two against the wall. Now, feet can be maybe an inch away from the wall, and then again, glutes, shoulder blades to the wall. So start in warrior two, bend deep into the right knee. And for this first warrior two, I want you to think about keeping both glutes on the wall, both shoulder blades. Looking over your right fingers, breathe here. Now you're pressing your right knee towards the wall, but notice if you push it all the way to the wall, the left glute pops off. Just for right now, keep it open. Now press your right knee open so just the left glute comes off of the wall. Both shoulder blades are still on the wall. We're going to move into a half moon. First, you can work the right leg straight. Actually, let's move into an extended triangle first, sorry. Move the right leg straight. Inhale, reach forward, keeping your right glute on the wall. Right hand can come to either your shin or a block outside of the right ankle. And then lay your left shoulder blade back against the wall. Look up towards your left thumb. So left glute is off the wall, but left shoulder blade is attached. Breathe. Reach your right glute as far away from your right hip or shoulder rather as possible. Inhale, rise back up to a warrior two. And then we'll move into an extended triangle, extended side angle from here. So with the right knee bent, right arm goes down to either a block or the ground. Left arm reaches up so that the left shoulder blade reattaches. Left glute can be off the wall, right glute is still attached. And then from here, if you have enough room, you can just move forward right into a half moon. I'm gonna probably need to wiggle my right foot back a little bit. Right hand moves forward with or without your block. You're gonna just gently move into a half moon and try and just refigure yourself so that your shoulders can find the wall, right glute against the wall. Right foot can be a couple inches away from the wall, really. When you're ready, left hand is on your left hip, left leg lifts off of the ground. Right hand on a block or the ground. Lay your left shoulder back, maybe left back of hand to the wall. If possible, you might find your left heel against the wall. Push into your right leg, try and straighten that leg as much as possible. With the support of the wall, that might be a little more accessible. So right quad is lifting the whole time. Maybe with the support of the wall, you can look up towards your left thumb. Low belly pulls back, trying to broaden your low back towards the wall. Won't touch it probably. Breathe here. From here, we're moving right into a revolved half moon. So all you're gonna do is keep your right hip, outer hip attached to the wall. Left heel comes off. Whole left side body comes square to the ground. So toes spin down, shoulder comes down. From here, you might bring your left hand to the box, whatever you have. Uh-oh, someone's awake. Inhale, your right arm's gonna circle around and come up to the wall. Revolved half moon. Push into your right hand and try and lay your right shoulder away from the wall. Push into your right leg. You can use your right hip against the wall to bring your right hand off of the wall also. Go deeper. when you're ready, left foot meets right, circle around, forward fold. Roll all the way up to stand. When you're ready, you're just gonna come through neutral. Starting a, John, you can let her in here. Starting a warrior two on the left leg. Oops. So same thing, glutes, shoulder blades to the wall. Start with the right glute attached, both shoulder blades to the wall. Bend your left knee nice and deep. Push into both feet. When you're ready, you can let the right glute detach from the wall. Both shoulder blades still against the wall. Straighten your left leg, extended triangle. So moving into your extended triangle, then bring both shoulder blades back to the wall. Left glute still attached, right glute can float away. Lengthen your left side body, look up towards your right thumb. Rise up. Bend the left knee. Take it right into an extended side angle. So here, your hand is outside of your left leg. Both shoulder blades to the wall. Left glute to the wall. Right glute can detach. Breathing. You're gonna rise up. Straighten your left leg. And here you can just wiggle your left foot as needed. Again, I need to move away from the wall out there. We're gonna move into a half moon. So left foot is 2 inches maybe away from the wall. Bend into your left knee. Left hand to a block or the ground. Keep your left glute attached to the wall. Left shoulder blade, right shoulder blade, maybe the back of your right hand. Your right heel might find the wall, might not. Breathe. Keep your left shoulder blade attached. Keep your right shoulder blade attached. Keep your left leg straight and strong if possible. And then push into your left leg. Lengthen your left shoulder away, so keep the length. No arching in that side. Moving right into a revolved half moon. You might need to wiggle your left foot away. The right side comes parallel to the ground. Right hand can replace your left hand on the block. Outer left hip is on the wall. Left arm can somehow circle around, come into your revolved half moon. Keep your right leg straight and strong. Maybe wiggle your right hand in closer to the wall. So left hand can be on the wall pushing away, or just using your left hip for guidance, move your left hand away from the wall, twist even deeper. When you're ready, slowly moving into a forward fold, facing that left side. Just sort of relax over your legs, hang out. Someone's scratching at the door. And when you're ready, you're just gonna roll up, come to face the top of your mat. Okay, so from here, you're just gonna lift your arms up, find an upward salute, exhale, forward fold. Walk it out to a downward facing dog. It's fine. Hi. Now your right leg up the wall, three-legged dog. And so there's two options. I'm gonna have to end soon, but push into your hands. Option one is gonna be to lift the left foot off of the ground in a three-legged dog. Option two is gonna be to go into an L handstand. You'll walk your hands towards you underneath of your shoulders. Inhale, left leg all the way up to the ceiling. Hold here and breathe. Option to bring your right toes away from the wall. So either of those two options, practice with that. And then meet me in a downward facing dog. You'll just just go back to the left side when you're ready. Option to either lift that right foot or walk your hands underneath of you. Find your L handstand, so right heel to the sky. You'll just work your left toes away. Keep the low belly in, low back spread. Play with whatever you want to. We're gonna meet in a child's pose. So you can keep